I'd like to recognize Representative Miller from Ohio.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for all of our witnesses for being here this morning. Very much appreciate your time. But I'm going to start this off just a little bit differently than I normally do. I want to address two things. One with the committee itself and the chairman. Not too long ago, I heard an individual make a reference over there. I believe her name was Ms. Friedman. She compared artificial intelligence to a Nazi. I feel like that should be condemned by the entire committee, regardless of political affiliation.
Would the gentleman yield? That is not what she said.
No, then we could play it back, sir, and you and I can speak after, and we can go in the back, but it's exactly what she said, and I take offense to that, and everyone should as well. Not trying to make it political, but any reference to the Nazis or the Holocaust has no place in this chamber or on this committee. That's number one. Number two, when it comes to ORD, I've been hearing a lot about it throughout this of going back and forth. I've been in, I've been out. ORD has not been eliminated. Just like when the EPA was created by President Nixon in 1970, it wasn't an act of Congress. It was actually done by him, and Congress gave him the authority because he signed an executive order that pulled many different agencies and departments to create the EPA. It came from HHS, it came from the Department of Interior, and several more agencies in order to what we're here discussing today to see how we can improve on that. So I just want the second one clear for the record as well. The other thing is, Mr. Corkwell, thank you for being here today. You're right in our district, and I've enjoyed working with you and your team very much. You've been very helpful in terms of moving things like this forward. I have a whole list of things here to say, but I'm just going to dive right into the questions, if that's okay. Mr. Corkwell, I just want to once again thank you for being here and for Lubrizol's work across the country, especially, like I said, in our district in Brecksville, Ohio, which serves as a global hub for R&D and supports over 440 high-skilled jobs. So once again, thank you for your time here today, and thank you for our commitment to our district and for all of those people you employ who also take care of their families. So thank you again. You mentioned that better chemistry isn't reaching the United States market. Can you provide examples and explain how EPA's current implementation of TSCA, particularly around R&D exemptions or conditions of use, has slowed or blocked these innovations? What has been the true impact?
Yeah, thank you very much for your comments and for your question. I did have several examples both in my oral testimony and my written testimony, but there's the example, as I mentioned, of an off-road transmission additive that we've spent more than 10 years in the R&D process in Ohio working on it, and more than $10 million doing the testing for it, and we're still waiting since 2020 to get it through the system. And this sorts of new technologies are the new technologies that allow, in this case, agricultural equipment to work more efficiently and more effectively, so we can use less fuel when we're running tractors and combines in the field and make them last longer as well. So a lot of what we're trying to do is bring new chemistries to the market that are improvements on the chemistries that are out there, but that requires us to have that predictable and timely system so we can make those investments.
Yeah. Thank you for that honest answer. It's very much appreciated. Secondary question for you, Mr. Corkwell. If these delays continue, what are the implications for the United States leadership in critical manufacturing sectors? What actions could Congress take to make the approval process more predictable, like you were talking about earlier, and promising technologies reach the market in time to make a true impact?
Yeah, I think as we've talked about before, and in many, many cases, chemistry is the start of the value chain. The chemistries I make are used to make my customers' products that are then used in bigger production like Boeing's airplanes. And again, if those chemistries are not approved here, then they also cannot be imported as basic chemistries, which means all of those steps in the value creation will have to occur somewhere else in the world. The final products may still come here, but the chemistries won't, and all of that work to create those final products will have to happen somewhere else.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and thank you all for your time and your testimony here this morning. I hope you enjoy the rest of your time. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.